Hey guys, Eggop here. Today I'm going to be doing a tips and tricks video for the spy, so let's get started. The most important thing about acting you have to remember is to never look directly at the enemy team. Instead, face towards the battlefield or one of your own teammates. That'll help give the appearance that you're focused on attacking them, not the person you're trying to fool. You also look way more convincing if you move around using your A and D keys instead of your W and S keys. I don't know why, but it just works. You also are going to want to be conscious of the weapon your disguise has out, which you can change by pressing B while holding a different weapon. For example, most spies run with their knife out, not their gun, but their gun is the weapon that they have out by default when you disguise a spy. You might notice that I'm disguised as Scout a lot. That is because if you crouch jump, but you delay your crouch a bit, it somewhat resembles the appearance of a Scout double jumping, which can really help fool the other team. It's worth mentioning that while you can get away with a lot by acting, you should not solely rely on it, as with better players, it doesn't work as well. Instead, a cloak should be your main way of traversing the battlefield, and it's important to have as much as you can at all times. So learn where the ammo packs are on maps, because it can be pretty useful info. Destroyed buildings also make really good ammo packs, as you can see, since they refill a full cloak for every watch. One way to get away from people is to switch directions after you've cloaked. Like in this example, I go forward before I cloaked, and then when I cloaked, I went backwards around the cart. Now the sniper doesn't know where I am. Another way is to switch levels, and by that I mean switch Y levels. So see this pyro bumps into me. I know going left to right isn't going to work because that pyro can just flame around there, but he can't flame down really. So I go downstairs into the basement, and he doesn't know I'm there. So now I see this NG coming out of spawn, so I want to take a shortcut to go catch up with him, and I bump into the pyro again. So I just do the same thing, and it fools him. He keeps going on his same floor, but I drop down. That's a pretty good way to get away from people, either of the two methods. I end up teaching him a bit of a lesson. So you can pretty much reliably get a telefrag by doing the following. Stop the teleporter entrance, stand on top of the teleporter while the NG fixes it, and if the NG stands on top of it while he fixes it, then you can get a telefrag. Alright, so I know one thing that can be hard to do is predict which way people are moving when they're attacking. So here's how I visualize it. I see the red pyro is focused on the blue pyro, you can see that by the line, and then you see the line behind him, that's where his back is facing. Now, I think the optimal position for me to be right there would be on that red dot. So I want to get that same angle that the red dot is on the pyro. And I do that right here. That's really how you have to play out these battles where your target is moving around. Last but not least, if you ever find yourself in a tough situation, just don't give up.